Our deepest homages to all of you. I'm Dario Ponisi.
Greetings, I'm Romana Maiori.
You reached Joint Adventure Level 2.
Home of guitar lessons for you.
Oh, the rhyme. In other words, your home.
Indeed. And what is the fare today, if you please?
Well, today we'll bring our exploration into new and yet familiar territory, getting to know an important element for any kind of music.
Wonderful. Can't wait to discover more.
So relax, keep your guitars ready and play on.
Play on.
Play on! One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I put a number on each note because today we're going to talk about something which is called dominant seventh, chord of dominant seventh. Basically, it's very simple. All you have to do is to count the notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, to make a dominant seventh chord, you have to find first the octave. The octave is if you start from C, you search for the higher C, okay, and from there you go back one whole tone. One whole tone on the guitar means 2 frets. So from the note of C, I go back 1 fret, which is B, and I find B flat or C sharp. In this case, let's use B flat. So this note will be the dominant 7 of the chord of C. You remember that the chord of C is composed by C, E, and G. So you will add the dominant 7th, on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. And this is the result. Okay? So you can find many dominant 7th chords. This is basically the theme of today. We will also study 2 more chords. One is D7, and I'll show you right away. If you start from the chord of D, okay, let's remember together how the chord of D is done. You place your forefinger on 3rd string 2nd fret, then your middle finger on 1st string 2nd fret, and then you place your ring finger on 2nd string 3rd fret. All right, what you have to do is to find the dominant 7th of this chord. So if the chord is a chord of D, it means that from D I have to go back 1 whole tone. Let's find the note of D. I can find it here on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. If I go back 1 fret, I will find D flat, and then 1 whole tone will give me a C. So C will be the dominant 7th of the chord of D. How do we do this? Because from this position I have to go to that position where I basically have to press the note of C. It's kind of impossible to put your ring finger. So what you do is to switch. You place your forefinger on the note of C, which means 2nd string 1st fret, and then substitute the other 2 fingers, putting your middle finger on 3rd string 2nd fret and ring finger on 1st string 2nd fret. Okay? All right. You follow me until here? Yes? Okay, good. Let's make another one. This will be the chord of G7. There is a logic in what I do, and I'll show you in a short while. Okay, take the chord of G. The chord of G is built in this way. You place your middle finger on 5th string 2nd fret. Then you place your ring finger on the 6th string 3rd fret. And your pinky down on the 1st string and 3rd fret. Okay, so same thing. We got the G note here or here, which is 6th string 3rd fret. So let's go back 1 whole tone. You remember it's 2 frets. So I do G flat and F. So F would be the dominant 7 of the G chord. So how can I find an F using this kind of shape, all I had to do is to substitute 2 fingers. So I take my pinky and I move it to the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and place my forefinger onto the 1st string, 1st fret. And this is the result. This is a difference. This is G, and this is G7. Okay? So let's check them out all together. Let's start from G7. Now we move to C7. You remember? It's a chord of C, and I add the pinky on the 3rd string, 3rd fret. Right? And then we have D7, which is like a D, I don't know, like the opposite in a way. Placing your finger on the note of C on 2nd string. Okay, so we have G7, C7, and D7. And these are the 3 chords that we'll study today, and also the 3 chords that we'll use later during playtime. Speaking of which, the structure we're going to study today is the structure of the blues. The blues, I don't have to explain what the blues is, of course, because it's a very famous style created in the 20th century in the African American community. So a typical blues works it's built on 12 measures. So in other words, if I start with G7, I will play 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I move to C7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I go back to G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I stay 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I go to C7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I go back to G7. 2, 3, 4, and I stay 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I will go to D7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go back to C7. 2, 3, 4, and I go again on G7. 1, 2, and then C7, 2, and then G7. 2 and D7, and I can repeat. One more structure is the blues in 8 measures, which for instance can go into C7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then go back to G7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and to finish 8 and D7, 2, 3, 4, C7, 6, 7, 8, and then I go back to G7. With the same ending that we use for the blues in 12 bars. So basically this is the structure of the song that we're gonna use during playtime. So stay tuned and let's play together. You know something? It's
Playtime, about time.
Our hands can't be held anymore. Gotta play, gotta play, gotta play.
Yes, but please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to follow us on Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram,
where you will find lots of interesting features.
We hope you like them all.
And we hope you like our new song too.
It's a blues. Yes, it's a blues.
And here's how we played. We played, of course, with guitars, yes. We referred for the explanation to the first part of this lesson. We learned it there, so basically, otherwise it's going to be very long as an explanation. We want to go right into it. But I just want to tell you something. We prepared a little chart that you can also refer to, just in case you want to find out more about this song. Romana is going to use a music stand today because the structure is a little bit complex, and so she needs a little bit of help. And who doesn't? All right, so as usual, the title comes from the names of the chords we use, which are G7, C7, and D7.
So what's the title?
Giant Cinnamon Deerhound.
Gotta get one.
Gotta get 1, 2, 3, 4. G, what a chord is G7. It shoots right into C7, then rounds back to the same place as before, straight as an arrow. Then bolts again ahead to that C7, chasing the sound, tracking it down, headed to bass with a frown. Cause he knows he's got to gallop to the 7 to get another sound, just like a giant cinnamon deerhound. Now listen again. Wood free chords, sporting the dominant 7th zone, can easily turn just about anything way cool. Have them chords together in the right blues sound, and they'll fetch the prey with a leap and a bound, just like a giant cinnamon deerhound. Just like a giant cinnamon deerhound. Just like a giant cinnamon deerhound. Ruff, ruff, ruff.
Wow.
We dedicate this song to all dog lovers.
And people to love guitar.
Yes, people who love guitar, come back to visit us. Always something new.
On Joint Adventure Level 2.
Ciao!
Ciao!